Hey, Curtis! Yeah.
Thank you. You know, it's great because I've attended quite a few rallies in support of Israel and the United States, and they never give me the microphone. Never give me the microphone, because they know I take no prisoners, that's for sure, and people have to be called out. We're in the shadow of Cooper Union, where we saw a shanda take place the other day. Un disgraziata, as we would say in Italian. Jewish students had to almost barricade themselves in the library as the rabble-rousers supporting the Palestinian cause started banging on the door saying, let us in, let us in. What do you think? Was to sit down and have some hamantashen and a cup of coffee and discuss your differences?
No.
And that happened in the city of New York. Other than Tel Aviv and Jerusalem combined, more Jews live in New York City than anywhere in the world. And it happened here. It happened here, which means it can happen anywhere. And I think before we even get started, we need to give a great round of applause to those construction workers in Forest Hills who confronted that guy who was walking around like he owned Forest Hills. I know, I lived there for a while. Yellowstone and England. Yellowstone and England. Yellowstone and England. So I know that's a predominantly Jewish community. And so these construction workers confronted a guy who thought he had a license to tear down these posters of those who were kidnapped and being held hostage. And they confronted him. And they said, hey, look, you want to support the Palestinian cause, that's your right. You want to fly a Palestinian flag, that's your right. But you don't go tearing down these posters, because that's an offense to everybody in America, Jew or Gentile.
Thank you, guardian angel. Thank you.
So at the conclusion of today, you don't listen to what you were told on Friday. Jews, stay home. Don't go to Brooklyn on Saturday. Remember how you were told that? Jews, don't go out for Shabbat. What? Barricade yourself in your house? Don't live a normal life? Don't enjoy the freedom of the United States? Surrender, capitulate, shake in fear and trepidation? Did you see that one Jewish guy at the start of that mob rally in support of Hamas? One Jewish man. It reminded me of Tiananmen Square. He had an Israeli flag and an American flag. They surrounded him and kept putting stickers on him. Genocide is Zionism. Zionism is genocide. He did not surrender. He did not retreat. He stood his ground. We need to find out who that man is. Exalt him, put him on a pedestal. He didn't listen to our officials who told him, as a Jewish American, surrender, stay home.
Jews fight back.
We're not afraid!
And we need to find that Israeli man on the pedestrian bridge who looked at the crowd of thousands who were mocking the Jews, who were saying, long live Hamas. And he took them all on single-handedly. Because we know in Israel, Jews are tough, Jews fight back, and Jews don't take it.
Yeah!
Jews fight back! 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 Jews fight back!
Now in closing, first off, I want to thank the guardian angels who are here today and the police for keeping us safe and secure from that mob that would like to drive you from the river to the sea. Are they saying Boca Raton? Where are you going to go? They want to drive you into the sea. And not just there, but here too. History could repeat itself.
They will come here, of course. We have to be
So
careful.
understand, you got a mission. It can't just be Jews talking to Jews. You got all these Gentiles on the sidelines. Mike Pence is no longer running for president. I'm going to reach out to him tomorrow. Why? He's a former talk show host in Indianapolis. We know one another.
Right.
I'm going to ask him, Mike, you have connections with the evangelicals. They love Israel. They go to pilgrimage in Israel. They could put 1 million people in the streets next week because they love Israel and they love Jewish people. Remember, your fight is our fight. Those terrorists, whether they're Hamas, Islamic Jihad, Fatah, Hezbollah, Al-Qaeda, ISIS, they're out to destroy Western civilization. They've said it over and over again. You stand in their way.
We're stopping them.
But if they have their way, you think they're not coming for us?
Of course they are.
1993, they came for us.
Yes, they did.
9/11, we were asleep. With the borders open, you know they're already here. They're waiting to clear the table for a third time. We must join in solidarity. It's us and we, Jews and Gentiles, for freedom. Preserve Western civilization. And most importantly, as I looked into the eyes of some of those demonstrators talking about long live Hamas, I know who some of them are. I battled them in the summer of 2020.
Right.
Because they were Antifa.
Yep.
They were Black Lives Matter. And every time I've seen them, I said, hey, how come you don't have your gay liberation flag out at this rally? Your transgender flag? Because they chopped your freaking head off. The only place in the Middle East and the Persian Gulf where gays, lesbians, and transgenders are free to be who they are is Israel. Nowhere else. Israel is our #1 friend in the world. We will not forsake you. And let's make sure we get those posters back up. And how dare you tear a poster down? It's our freedom of speech. Put up your posters. For one thing, we are there to show the world that we're in solidarity to get those hostages back, to support the state of Israel, and ultimately to support the freedom and liberty of the United States of America. Israel and America together forever. Thank you.